Hello, everyone. Welcome to You Hate to See It, the year in review 2022. Hashtag Big Dick Gang.
I thought you were going to say blessed. Hashtag blessed.
I like that. I like this new Adam. Year in review, Adam found God.
And our podcast is done.
Adam found God and Jesus, and here we are.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, we haven't recorded together in 3 months, and I am currently waiting to go to work while sitting in my dad's guest bedroom. So it's a great time for all of us.
I thought I could go run out and do errands in an hour, and I was wrong.
You are such a piece of shit.
I left my house before 4:30, and I'm like, oh, this won't take long. I was wrong.
I'm Jeff, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Did I ever... I'm Nick. I don't know if I introduced myself.
I don't even think I said I'm Adam. So
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But it's been 3 months, so perfect. I thought I'd get us on course a little bit.
Okay. Normally
No.
we drink alcohol, but because I have to leave for work right after this, I'm drinking Lipton watermelon green tea.
I am gonna take 2 Alka-Seltzer gummies because I've had heartburn all day.
We're the oldest fuckers on the internet.
I'm drinking a stout.
Bringing in that youth. As the oldest one here, you're really bringing that youthfulness.
Yeah, I'm not letting you fuckers bring me down. I can't afford to get new friends at this point in life, so I'll just keep it fucking going how I can.
So, heyo, year in review. I forgot how podcasting works anymore.
No!
I almost died on
He's on a phone. It's like he's trying to hit on some chick on FaceTime without he's moving the camera.
Sorry, that's just my lap. Hey.
I'm waiting for him to slip out his dick.
That was early.
All you audio listeners, Adam just fucking zoomed in on basically his eye.
I'm having flashbacks to college. I'm having flashbacks to my internship.
All right, let's do this year in review and how sad. I can't wait for the sad part that we do every year.
Oh yeah, well, it's not that sad this year.
I'm very distraught. I'm very distraught.
It's not that sad this year. I can think of one that's gonna hit pretty hard.
I'm absolutely distraught.
So every year in review, so sometimes we do life updates, but we're gonna kind of skip life updates in this episode, and I'll explain why at the end of the show. So if you're a video watcher and seeing that Jeff has a medal on, you'll find out in a couple weeks. But yeah.
Oh.
You pause quick enough, you'll find it.
Hey, Jeff, you might want to edit that out. That horrible sound.
Hear it?
No, his mic peaked like a king.
Oh, it didn't. For me, I didn't hear it.
I thought he was gonna blow up my speakers.
Oh, I didn't have a single problem. Okay,
all right,
whatever.
Well, Godspeed, audio listeners.
All right. Well, since Jeff's editing, so that's really up to him.
Oh.
Can we get audio watchers next year?
Fuck is audio watchers? You know what? Don't answer that. We'll deal with that later. We have like 20 minutes.
No, it's like people who hear colors and shit.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like Braille.
Shut the fuck up. Keep going.
All right. So this year we're gonna start off with big news.
Life update.
Life update.
We're no longer friends with Becky.
Dude, you just I hate how horrible your quality is. When you say stuff, it hurts me.
Sorry.
It makes it seem like it's not a podcast recording in any way, shape, or form.
I'll speak clearer.
Yeah,
don't lie to me.
So January 7th of 2022, in case you were concerned, the first successful transplant of a pig's heart into a human when genetically modified happened. The pig's heart was inserted into a 53-year-old man in Baltimore, Maryland.
Did he live?
It?
Is he alive?
Last last I saw, yeah.
When was
I
the
love-
last time you saw that day?
When I go on at the end of every month and add things to this PowerPoint. So as of January 31st.
I love how you pronounced it in Maryland.
Yeah, I hate it.
Like we're in colonial times and the Catholics are fighting off the
Why do you
Puritans.
always gotta bring in your religion? Why you like
Yep.
this?
I wasn't bringing in my religion. That was the
What, you're
reason
no
Maryland
longer
was founded.
Catholic? This is great!
Life update.
Life update! Nick has given up his pathway of God.
I'm gonna
Adam
become
has
more.
found him and Nick has lost him.
I'm gonna become more Catholic now because of this. I'm gonna become more Catholic.
January 18th. Why did I put this on here? Oh, the Boston Bruins retire Willie O'Ree's number 22 jersey on the 64th anniversary of his becoming the first black player in the NHL.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either, but he's the first black player in the NHL. I don't know why I put that. Maybe...
Sorry, I'm not laughing at racism, but like Jesus fuck.
I think maybe I
Everyone
thought
just
I would like do more research on this, but
I don't know
didn't.
who that is. I don't either. Seems like a really like pretty decent turning point in like sports. Like,
It's
you
like
know,
the
you got
Jackie
Jackie
Robinson of
Robinson,
the
yeah,
NHL.
but
Yeah.
like it's the NHL. You're like, I don't know.
This is the best part. Is I thought Adam would know it because he
The
plays
fact
hockey.
that Adam
You know?
went out of his
Yeah.
way to put it in there, but doesn't even fucking know this.
Hold on, remember Adam January 31st put this in here.
Okay,
I
Whatever.
don't.
Keep going.
I
This is
don't
going
know.
horribly.
this is going very very badly.
February 1st, at the age
Really?
of 44, Tom Brady, regarded as the greatest NFL quarterback of all time, announces
Until
his
yesterday.
retirement after a 22-year career and a record 7 Super Bowls.
Are we going to put in somewhere in the summer when he decided that he was no longer retired? Is that going to come up, or did you not put that
Are
part
we
in?
gonna put
Because
in?
I would like
whereas
to,
of-
I would like to point out that it is December and Tom Brady is almost through with the season right now,
Oh,
and he is currently playing.
Are we gonna discuss how, as of the day
'Cause,
before this
Adam,
recording,
maybe you should go back and take some things out because that's not super important right
Oh,
now.
I
how
think
about-
when I think I put that in here being like maybe I'll add when he comes back as a
This-
funny and
this
never
is-
did. It
this
might
is
be
the-
in here though.
are
This
we
is the
gonna?
shittiest year in review we've done. This is our third one. You think we have this shit on lock by now?
Are we just not gonna
And it's, the
discuss?
thing is this is all you. Like, Nick, I don't give a
I know.
fuck what you're saying. What you're saying means
Yeah, I
nothing.
know it. Fucking jackass. It's fucking what, you got a medal? You think you're better than everyone?
I do have a medal. Look at it. It's big.
Fucking jackass.
Well, maybe you should be better at something.
I got my participation trophies from volleyball.
Nice,
got those
nice
somewhere.
participation trophies. How does that make you feel like nowadays?
Very disappointed in myself.
Yeah, exactly, as they should.
February 24th, Russian President
We're
Vladimir
gonna skip
Putin-
the 13th of February where the Rams won the Super Bowl.
No,
yeah,
one
no
cares.
one cares.
That's also the day that my
Yeah.
engagement ended. So
I was biting on it.
February 24th, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered an invasion of Ukraine by Russian armed forces, officially starting the Russian-Ukrainian War.
like that fifth one, but yeah.
The current one. March 27th, Will Smith
Hold on.
slaps
What side is everyone on? I'm on side Ukraine. This is gonna be
I don't
this is
know.
really gonna
anyone-
say a lot about us right now.
I don't think anyone's on the side of Russia here.
Hold on. Well,
Alright.
let's hear from Nick here.
Can we do a military audit on where all the money went? And then, but
No.
I am. Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna abstain from the vote until we can do a military audit on where all the money went.
Okay.
All right, he's communist. I fucking knew it.
March 27th, Will Smith slaps the shit out of Chris Rock live during the Oscars for making a
remember
joke that Jada's new hairstyle matches the movie G.I. Jane. Later, Will gets removed from the Academy and is then banned from attending the Oscars for 10 years.
What a line, though.
I really wish Will Smith would just crash through Adam's log cabin wall and just put him in an armbar.
All right.
Not all of them land.
April 4th.
Unlike Will Smith.
Hey, Batman's batting 100 right now.
Well, we don't know what happens behind closed doors, so
Jada beats the shit out of Will Smith.
I bet you she's batting 100 too.
We do not condone.
Yeah, we don't
violence
condone.
of any
Yeah,
I
kind.
don't
domestic
condone
violence,
domestic
very
violence. Especially when you're Jada Pinkett Smith.
I guess that's the worst one we're going with.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yep.
Debatable, but all right.
April 4th, Elon Musk buys 9.2% of Twitter stock, making him the largest shareholder. This is a whirlwind of Elon Musk and Twitter, by the way.
I hate how this feels like it was yesterday.
Because it also was yesterday.
I just hate Adam's like structuring of a PowerPoint for the big news.
I like to think that each one is an individual slide.
I
like how it's not big news for our podcast. It's
No.
your
We'll get
review
there.
of everything.
We'll get to. I literally have a separate slide for big news for our podcast, but this is also the least newsworthy year since we started. I'm sorry.
Which is
that
wild
year
because we had COVID.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, the start of our podcast, year fucking one, we had Kobe Bryant, Chadwick Boseman, fucking COVID, people eating bats, and then 2021 was like, same shit. Sean Connery died for the 5th time. There was a lot that happened that year.
That is true. That did happen.
Sean Connery dies every January.
And once again, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is blamed.
Yeah. All right. April 6th, scientists claim to have found dinosaur remains killed on the actual day a giant asteroid struck Earth 66 million years ago, beginning their extinction at Tanis Fossil Site, North Dakota.
You're telling me they can carbon date to the exact day?
Apparently.
I feel like
that's
from the well, no, because I feel like there are certain things from an asteroid that are only going to be found in an asteroid that will be just implanted into bone.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
That just aren't found on this planet in certain isotopes.
North Dakota, you say? So it's America. America #1 still.
America #1.
I love how the law enforcement degrees and the film degree people are discussing science right now. So
I'm a dino nerd. What do you want from me?
April 25th, Twitter announces deal to sell its
I'll do it.
April 25th, Twitter announces deal to sell itself to Elon Musk for $44 billion.
Wild.
May 10th, Apple officially ends production of the iPod after 21 years.
Yeah.
They were still making that fucking thing?
Yeah.
iPod Touch, yeah.
The Touch, nonetheless.
I think they were still making the Shuffle, too.
Really? Well, the Shuffle was just like fucking flash drive.
Yeah.
I had the original Shuffle that was an actual flash drive.
Yeah. May 16th, Sweden formally announces it will join NATO after NATO.
NATO. No,
that is not. However,
I realized that after I said it. I realized after I said it. I course corrected. After 200 years of neutrality in wake of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Again, Nick is a communist.
I'm sorry. I don't want to know where my tax dollars go.
June 2nd. Jury in defamation case brought by Johnny Depp against ex-wife Amber Heard awards Depp $15 million in damages and compensation, and Heard $2 million in damages in Fairfax, Virginia.
I forgot that was like this recent. I thought that was in like January.
No.
Jesus.
June 21st.
Fuck her, by the way.
Yeah. And Jada Pinkett Smith. June 21st.
That one's on you.
LA jury finds Bill Cosby liable for sexual assault of a 16-year-old in 1975 at the Playboy Mansion. Yes, Bill Cosby's still having charges pressed against him.
Reporting.
That man just keeps losing.
You put the pudding in the pudding, and then
you put the drugs in the drink, and then you mix it up, and then you stick your penis in it. Anyway, June 29th, singer R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in jail on 9 counts of sex trafficking.
Huh. You don't say.
I'm sorry, what? Wait, this is what I made. Why isn't he already in prison?
I don't know.
Wasn't he already in prison for like pedophilia or some shit? Was he
Probably.
peeing on girls and shit?
He was like unlawful entrapment too, some shit like that.
Huh.
Anyway,
all right, well, continue on. That's wild to me. I guess that one's news to me, but whatever.
So we moved from June all the way to October because nothing fucking exciting
Nothing happened over the course of July?
and August and September.
That fucking happened.
Elon Musk. So October 27th, Elon Musk takes ownership and control of Twitter. Then I stopped paying attention to these things and just add the rest of these today.
What the fuck?
October 31st, Taylor Swift becomes
Halloween
the first
happened.
ever. Yeah. Taylor Swift becomes the first ever artist to debut an album claiming all top 10 spots of Billboard's Top 100 chart with a single album.
I haven't listened to a single song.
Yeah, I haven't either, but that's
I'm gonna be real
fucking
honest.
Impressive.
It's very impressive. This is my least favorite album of hers. So I'm in the minority on this. November 8th, Chris Evans was named sexiest man alive.
Huh.
This is big news, Nick.
Interesting. Him out of all people.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's not like an unattractive
Ryan Reynolds
guy,
was like last year or something. So no, that was Paul Rudd. November 15th,
I feel like it's a
Ticketmaster sells more than 2 million tickets for Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour, the most tickets ever sold in a single day for any artist.
Y'all are fucking insane.
Launching congressional investigations into Ticketmaster's monopoly on the concert industry.
It's fucking great because Ticketmaster fucked me out of tickets. I'm part of that. So
they
like
are
Taylor
like
Swift.
I mean, all those like things are kind of like ticket scalpers in a way, so
yeah. November 20th, Bob Iger returns as Disney CEO after Bob Chapek definitely wasn't fired, quote unquote, by Disney.
Yes. Disney just will do anything to not deal with anything.
Well, apparently there's a lot of inside stuff on that of Bob Chapek.
It's Disney, of course there is.
Oh, I've been paying attention to the inside stuff. It's not good.
It's not.
It's very bad.
Bob's a piece of work. Like Chapek is a piece of work. Like,
yeah.
Thank God good thing for all of the employees at Disney that Chapek's gone. Like, he was a piece of shit. And then the final thing on the list is November 29th. Canadian scientists announced discovery of 2 new minerals, elatidate and alkenstantonite.
Alka-Seltzer.
Which have never been seen. They have never been seen before on Earth. And they came from a meteorite found in Somalia.
Neat. So you're telling me it is a very limited resource.
Yeah.
America.
We can't invade Somalia again. We've done it like 3 times. It can't happen. We can't.
I think that means we can.
So now we move on to everyone's favorite segment, celebrity deaths.
Sadness.
I'm already sad.
So we're gonna start. So anyone remember last year when we recorded?
Sean Connery died again?
No. So last year for Year in Review ended up being the first episode of 2022, and we recorded the episode roughly at the same time that this year's is coming out on the 14th of December. And I said, we'll re-record something if any celebrities die in 2 weeks, but that can't happen. So then Betty White died.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the 31st of December. And also John Madden died right before, right after our episode aired. John Madden died.
Yeah.
Or right after we recorded, John Madden died like the same week. And then Betty White, and I was like, it's fine. and then Betty White died. And I was like, fuck.
What a bold play, Adam.
Yeah, and we had like 2 days, and I was like, we're not re-recording that. And so I'd like to start off. Betty White died on December 31st of 2021 to a stroke at the age of 99, 17 days before she turned 100.
That one did hit hard.
It hit real fucking hard, and it was very funny that we skipped over it.
No one else is drinking, but
I'll drink green tea.
This
I'll
one's
take
for
another-
you, Betty.
I'll take another Alka-Seltzer.
I don't. Is there a limit on those? Like, is there like a toxicity level you might hit? Because at
He'll
some
find
point,
out.
it's just gonna make it worse, right? Like, I feel like too much of heartburn relief just gives you heartburn.
Do not
Then-
take more than 6 chewables in 24 hours. I've definitely done that. I've 100% done that. I won't take that one, but I've definitely done that. Well, hold on. That might explain some. Never mind. That
Okay,
might actually explain the past couple days.
so January 9th, at the age of 65, Bob Saget died from head trauma.
Oh my god, I forgot about that one.
Bob Saget,
I also like to point out
Everyone's
his
father.
his family never released other details. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. January 20th, Meatloaf, the singer, died at 74 from COVID.
supposed to what? Meatloaf the food?
Yeah. Nick,
Yes,
you're an
Nick.
idiot.
That's
I had to
yes.
make sure that I clarified.
Well,
Meatloaf died on my dinner table as I devoured the entire loaf.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up,
Meatloaf, the name of the pig that I just slaughtered for my beef tacos. Just
wait, what?
fucking
It's
died.
pork.
Hold on, hold on. I don't need you to
Your
back
beef
that one up.
tacos are gonna be waiting. You're not killing the right animal.
February 12th, Ivan Reitman, producer of Animal House and the director of Stripes, Ghostbusters, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, and Draft Day, died of natural causes at
I
75.
know one of those movies.
Same. And it was a good movie. I know 2 of them, I guess.
February 24th, Sally Kellerman died of 84 of heart failure. She was Margaret Houlihan on MASH.
Okay.
March 13th, at the age of 71, William Hurt died of prostate cancer. Nick and I know him as General Ross in the MCU,
Right.
who is now Harrison Ford.
Wild.
March
I
14th.
don't know what he was in though. He was in like a bunch of movies.
Yeah, I only know him from that.
Mm.
March 14th, at 63 years old, Scott Hall died of complications of a hip replacement surgery. Scott is known for playing Razor Ramon from the WWE.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I knew Jeff would probably know him, but
Yeah. He was young, wasn't he? How old? Do you have how old he was?
63.
Oh, okay, he is.
For an athlete, that's average.
Yeah, no, I thought he was like younger. I thought he was still like in his 40s.
March 25th, at the age of 50, Taylor Hawkins, drummer for Alanis Morissette and Foo Fighters, died of a cardiovascular collapse.
Is this? I don't know if you know. Is this before or after the movie they made?
It was
This
before
is-
he was in the movie.
Yeah,
it was
he's
after,
in.
It was after.
It was after because Taylor's in the movie
That's
getting
what I
his
thought.
head cut off by a cymbal by Dave
Yeah.
Grohl.
Great movie. Go
April-
see that. Go
Yes,
like
Studio
see that movie.
666.
So good.
April 3rd, Estelle Harris died at the age of 93 to natural causes. She was the voice of Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story. All right.
I got nothing for that one.
Then we have some time before celebrities that I thought were notable died.
Good wording, honestly. I thought they could have been way worse. So
August 14th, Gilbert Gottfried died at 67 due to an abnormal heart rhythm from a type of muscular dystrophia called myotonic dystrophy type 2.
You should do all of the voice stuff for WebMD.
Nice.
Are you trying to bury Adam right now?
I'm going to
What does that mean?
hold on. I need someone to fact check Gilbert Gottfried's death date because either I accidentally placed him in the wrong spot or
He died twice again.
no.
It was April.
August.
It was definitely died in April 12th.
Yeah, April 12th. Yep.
Okay, because I was having some issues typing stuff in and things kept changing on me. So, because my phone does not like PowerPoints. Anyway, so his death day is wrong, but we'll figure it out. We're professionals.
We just told you.
Yeah.
April 12th.
Yeah.
There's nothing to figure out. We did it.
Yeah. So figuring out. We stated it. Yeah.
May 26th, Ray Liotta died at 67.
Okay.
From Field of Dreams and Goodfellas.
He was in Field of Dreams. Oh, he was in Field of Dreams.
July 6th, James Caan died at the age of 82. He is the dad in Elf.
Yep.
He's also in Hawaii Five-0, the original.
Yeah.
No one cares.
And his son also was in the new Hawaii Five-0.
Also true.
Good
August 8th, at 73 years old, Olivia Newton-John from Greece died from cancer. Okay.
I don't know what they're all sad, man. I don't know what you want. That isn't happy. Like, what am I supposed to toast everyone? I'm gonna be drunk.
You're supposed to cry.
Nick's gonna celebrate to this one because Nick hates everything about this country. September 8th, Queen Elizabeth II dies.
Oh.
At 96 years old.
I don't hate everything about them. I just don't give a shit.
Cheers to the random number I'm going to come up with my head of 1776.
I like that date. It's a good one.
It wasn't a date. That was just a number that just popped into my head.
Okay, I like that one.
September 27th, Coolio died at the age of 59.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
that. October 10th, Angela Lansbury, something like that, died at the age of 96 to natural causes. She was an actress in Murder, She Wrote.
I don't know that.
Okay. October 13th, Robbie Coltrane died at the age of 72 to unknown causes. He played Hagrid in Harry Potter.
That one was a smack in the face a little bit.
Yep. October 23rd.
He was so kind.
He was. Good on him. Too young. October 23rd, Leslie Jordan died at the age of 67 in a car crash. He was the older gay guy in Will and Grace. Yep. Like a higher pitched voice.
Mm-hmm.
Funny guy, comedian. October 27th, Jerry Lewis died of natural causes at the age of 87. Nick doesn't know who Jerry Lewis is because he doesn't like rock and roll. November 4th, Aaron Carter died at 34 for unknown reasons.
I thought they said it was drug overdose. Did they not?
When I looked him up at the right before my honeymoon, and it was still unknown. I don't go back and look over these things. November 28th, Brad William Henke died at the age of 56 due to unknown causes. I looked this one up this morning. He was a correctional officer in Orange is the New Black. He was in the movie Split.
Yeah.
As a not okay person, and he played in the NFL for the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Also for November, Takeoff from the Migos was shot and killed outside of a Houston nightclub. November 1st.
I don't know who that is.
You ever listen to Migos?
Nope.
No? Oh, damn. Okay.
And then December 4th, Kirstie Alley died of 71 to colon cancer. She is an actress, and I know her as the Jenny Craig spokeswoman.
That's also how I know her.
Yep.
Love this generation of people.
We're good people.
Is he coming, Adam? Are we there yet?
This is this year in our podcast segment.
Wow! Was it wild?
Yeah,
what?
Honestly.
Wait, what?
So we're just gonna start with.
Nick, we have a podcast.
No, are we not? Are you? You're forgetting someone who died, Adam.
I already talked about Sean Connery earlier in this episode.
No, I'm talking about Kevin Conroy.
Oh fuck! I did forget about Kevin Conroy.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you would forget about Kevin Conroy.
He was too busy thinking about if Sean Connery died again or not.
Yeah. That's what, because he wasn't on the list of celebrities. I use a website for all of that stuff, and he wasn't on that list. So on the dates, Kevin Conroy died, and Nick, I can't look it up.
I'm looking it up. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Just on a date. On a date. Kevin Conroy, November 10th.
Very pog.
On November 10th, Kevin Conroy died, and it was very sad. He was the voice of
I want
Batman.
you to know I'm not cutting out any part of it. Like this is all staying in.
He deserves this shame.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is all staying in.
Okay. Moving on to this year of the podcast. We're gonna start off.
For the record, also, so you guys know, Kevin Conroy was the voice of Batman in the animated series and the video games.
That.
Did not.
So he was the voice of Batman. If you need more specific voices of Batman, go fuck yourself. Get wrecked. It's Kevin Conroy. Anyway.
You should know him.
Yeah. So we're going to start with December 18th of last year. We had Taskmaster. Matt Gwynn won. And this year we have another Taskmaster, which I'll talk about at the end.
I like that.
Anyway, so January 31st, Jeff and I started a monthly movie podcast called You Hate to See It Goes to the Movies, and it's only for our Patreons. Patrons on Patreon. Yeah. I get confused.
One series. I haven't had to watch a movie, like 4 days.
We only record like 6 episodes in 1 month.
Yeah, shut up. we don't share that stuff.
Okay. February 25th, we hired a PR agent. I have nothing left to say on that matter for that specific time frame.
I do.
No,
we no longer have it.
Jeff, you spoiled it. Because I have the date we fired him.
That's fine. I can cut that out.
April 13th, we switched releases to Wednesdays at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Big moment for us. A lot of discussion on that.
There was a lot of discussion leading into that for no reason, I feel like.
That is fair.
June 1st, we left Podbean's Patron and switched to Patreon.
It was that long ago?
June 18th, we fired our PR agent.
For reasons.
For reasons which will not be discussed.
Become our friends and then we'll tell you all about it.
True. Join our Discord. Maybe we'll talk about it.
June 29th, we entered the Misfit Faction Media Network.
Those guys are cool.
I've
been trying so hard to get on one of their episodes. It's just scheduling conflicts suck.
I still have only talked to them once.
That was when we decided to join them.
Yeah.
Big oof. And then August 1st, we left Podbean fully and switched over to Libsyn. And
we've grown. I would say I think we've grown pretty decently. And you said it was August, so like 6 months.
Yeah,
well, not 6. Jesus Christ, 4. No, Jesus. Yeah, 4. Jesus. Oh my God, math hard.
It's fine, buddy. It's fine.
I got a medal.
So I'm gonna list our big interviews here. On February 28th, we had Larry Hankin.
So fun. Our first one. Our first celebrity. Like big name celebrity. Oh, so fun. I love Larry.
On April 13th, we had Bruce Valanche.
He was fun.
I was not there for that one.
You were not?
He was an interesting character.
April 27th, we had Mark Scheffler.
Okay. I was there for that one. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we discussed with him how much horror movies have changed because I didn't think it was that scary.
May 11th, we had Mark Christopher Lawrence. Jeff was not there.
Was not there for that one either.
He was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I am cool. Thank you.
You are, buddy.
June 8th, we had Tommy Chong. Nick was not there.
I was not there.
That was awesome.
I'm very sad I wasn't there.
So fucking good.
I'm very sad.
Oh, you want to literally watch a show and see someone be like their character and then meet them outside? Literally the same fucking person. It's so great.
Yeah. October 12th, we had Susan Lanier.
She was awesome.
Yeah, she was.
And then October 26th, we had the goddess Dee Wallace.
She was actually, so going into that one, she was the one I was most nervous about meeting because like I feel like she's probably like the most well known out of like the horror genre of the people that we've like interviewed. Mm-hmm. And the fact that like we were going through her agent and like trying to set it up and like we had a scheduling conflict at one point, I was like, man, she's gonna show up and I feel like she's gonna hate us. Nope. Most chill, like just laid back, fun person that we probably had on. I was like, oh shit.
So much fun. Now I'm gonna go through just our regular guests. So we had January 31st, Dan Bublitz Jr., which we recorded in November of 2021. February 14th, we had Peter, his first episode recorded, or it was our first episode we recorded in 2022, and it was the first time back for him 2 years exactly to the day for a Valentine's Day episode.
I forgot about that.
He is now engaged.
What a great guy, Peter.
Yeah. March 28th, Mallory Manderfield, one of Dan's friends. One of you wasn't on for that. I think
that was Nick. Yeah, I was there for it.
May 25th, John Anthony, a short film writer and actor, was on. He was cool. I think Jeff, you weren't there for that one.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that.
He
was. That was a really cool interview.
Yeah, it was very in depth.
Yeah, I like that one. That was definitely one of my favorites of the year.
That is a huge thing with the interviews, I guess. I mean, I'm sure people who listen throughout the year and have been with us since like the beginning. This past year is the first year where we kind of accepted not all of us being there. Like if it's an interview, not all of us have to be there, just two of us.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of episodes where you'll see like Nick and I aren't there or something, or like with Drunken Jurors, it's just Nick and I type of a thing because we're adults and scheduling is already a fucking issue.
Yeah. July 6th, we had Artie Hoffman on.
Artie was really, really cool, actually. That one was also like a big surprise for me. Like I didn't have any like worries going into it, but like honestly, he was just so like down to earth and really cool. So
July 20th, we had Misfit Factions, Paul and Ronnie on.
I was not there for that one because this is one of the ones that yet again I only met them in a meeting, so
yeah.
Did we have them on or were we on that? I don't remember.
No, both. They were on ours. Well, yes, yeah. I was gonna say you guys have been on both. I have literally yet again only met them in a meeting. We joined their network, which I'm completely fine with. But I would like to talk to them.
I agreed to join their network while I was dying of COVID.
August 3rd, we had Rico from Rico Podcast on.
God,
that's a cool guy.
One of the best people we've met podcasting.
That's a cool guy. We got to talk to that man again.
Right behind Eric McElroy, by the
way. August 17th, we had Drunken Housewife Reviews on with Ian and Sarah. So much fun. Totally not what I thought it was gonna be, but
dude,
I had to run to work because I had Popeyes accidentally delivered to work.
You fucking moron. Yeah, that's the morning that we had like 3
We
fucking
had, like,
episodes we
yeah,
recorded,
it was
and they were the
hell. I
last
hated
one,
it
so we were all
so
trying to like
much.
get food, and Nick ordered his
No, they
lunch.
were our second one, and then they decided to stay
Yeah.
on with us for our last
Yeah.
one. August 31st, we had Steve Rubin, who wrote the James Bond Encyclopedia.
He's a cool guy.
That was a really interesting episode.
Yeah. 9/14, we had Andy back on the show.
That was just Nick and me interviewing
Yeah.
him, and that one went off the rails. I remember cutting out
No, and
a good
Yeah.
like
I
a good
edited that.
chunk.
I edited that.
Did you? I thought I
Yeah.
I remember there was a good chunk of it that I thought should have been edited, but I don't know. I don't listen back, so maybe it's
I
in
don't
there.
either. September 28th, we had Keith Nelson, the stand-up comedian with a bunch of cats. The crew.
33 cats.
He was so much fun.
He was. There's no interview that we had that I was a part of that like I regret in any way. They were all so fun.
Then November 9th, we had Next to the Lamp.
he was cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
he was also really cool.
November 23rd, we had both Rico and Eric from Rico Podcast
Yeah,
on.
the number 1 and 2 like best podcasters we know.
That's-
And
Eric
then
being number 1.
And then December 7th, we had Brian Ress, the voice actor from PD and the Pile, on the show.
That one was fucking wild.
That was a wild time.
Good time. Just was not anything that I expected.
Yeah. And then now it is Jeff's segment called Jeff Talks About Murders.
We call it Drunken Jurors, Adam. You're a part of it. No, we'll keep this pretty quick. This was, I'm gonna be honest, a pretty low year for Drunken Jurors. It was like we said, like we got our like PR agent and everything. We started slam firing interviews with celebrities and stuff, and we got booked, and it was really hard for me to find time.
Like a 19-year-old in a World War I trench.
All right. So yeah, it just got really hard to like schedule.
Why am I even here? Why do I try? I try to appeal to an audience that demographic hates me. Why am I here?
This year we went from I'm gonna try to get back to it in 2023, but we're still working on scheduling type stuff still. But I think we're gonna make it work. I want to get back into more in-depth Drunken Jurors. But this year was a lot of like one-hitters and like it's still interesting stories, and I think we did a pretty decent job. The end of the year gets a little rough when it becomes just Nick and I, and we're slammed with just work and life, and Adam's gone on his honeymoon and shit like that, and we're just fucking trying to fill
SCP podcasts.
It was really rough having to have our entire year recorded by the end of September.
Yeah.
And having to get through all that shit.
And then we get through that, and then we're like, shit, we have 3 months of Drunken Jurors we have to get through because we just bullshitted our way through like 4 months of those.
Yeah.
And now we have to bullshit our way through the rest of them. But we tried to put out quality content still for it, because I know there are people that really enjoy the true crime factor of it. So our first episode of the year was Cameron Todd Willingham, which was the guy who was put on death row for saying he killed his family in a fire in his own house down in Texas.
Right.
Very interesting episode. I really actually like that one because went into fire science, something Nick and I didn't really get to do, but it's actually really interesting if you get into it. Next episode, Marjorie Deal Armstrong from Evil Geniuses, the neck bomb in Erie, Pennsylvania,
of Netflix notoriety.
Yes, who is actually technically a serial killer.
That is true.
Esque. I guess they're not proven, but you know,
multiple killer.
Then we got into our first actual serial killer on this podcast, like actual like big name serial killer with Albert Fish. That horrible
that was
going. Yeah, it's thinking about it makes me uncomfortable. That's why we did it, because he's one of the bigger named ones that like makes me really fucking uncomfortable every time I think about him. I want to go into detail, but like if you're listening to this and you haven't heard it, just fucking go listen to it. Like fucking get on it.
Be better.
We did actually. I think we did the most Jury of Drunken Opinions this year that we've done in a year.
Yeah.
The first one being on March 7th, with Cortez.
That was one that I put together and then forgot about.
The Aztec Empire's fall to Hernan Cortez.
The Spanish.
Yes. Then followed up by the Turpin family, because I at this point yearly we just, for Drunken Jurors, we have to cover parents that just neglected children in the worst fucking ways possible.
Honestly, that should just be its own show.
Yeah, honestly, we probably could, because that was a two-parter where the second part was when Nick and I went into how shitty the DCFS is.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Then we had our first guest of the year on April 20th,
right,
on Alan Laguerre with Matthew King from Canada. That wonderful
those
man.
people.
Yes, the Canadians. Yes, Matthew King was really cool. We did an episode with him, and then we invited him on and did an episode on a Canadian serial killer. Very cool guy. From This Time in History. Go check that out. Then we did the Chicago Tylenol murders, which is what actually got our next guest to come on for our next episode, which was the Drunken Housewife reviews. So we had Sarah and Ian on again.
Which was literally, it came out before our episode of interviewing them, but recorded immediately after.
Yeah. So we talked about Dr. Donald Klein. We talked about the Our Father documentary on Netflix that came out and everyone was talking about. So because they actually live in the area that he did his practice in. So very, very good episode. Go and listen to that for some very interesting conversations. After that, another guest, but this one was our first Drunken Jurors interview. This was with Pete Turner from the Break It Down show, who was the intelligence spy in the army.
He was that was
a good show.
That was very, very cool. He was really down to earth and just gave us actually way more details than I thought he would. And then we had, if you're on Patreon, you got to hear it, but he went he went down some rabbit holes with some stories of his times that were very fun, cool, very cool,
definitely
very
need
good.
To have him on again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then followed up by the R. Bud Dwyer, the politician from Pennsylvania who committed suicide on live TV in the 80s. Then
yes.
Judith Barcy, the girl who played. This was actually just Adam and I believe.
This is the voice of Ducky.
Yeah, yes, the voice of Ducky from A Land Before Time. This is just Adam and I, because we were missing Nick, so we decided to finally hit on something that Adam actually recommended as something. It was all right.
Yeah, it was okay. There's not a lot to talk about.
No, there's not, but it is an interesting story still. Then we had our next Jury of Drunken Opinion with Charles de Gaulle, which is actually, from what I looked at a couple weeks ago, still for Drunken Jurors the most listened to episode we had for this year. Wild. I don't know why. It's actually right when we switched to Libsyn, which I think is some weird calculating thing.
Yeah, I refuse
to believe that Nick led an episode that was better than anything I put out there.
Which one was that?
Charles de Gaulle.
I have a feeling
No. It's just that I appease to our French audience.
Oh yeah.
Why? We shit talked them the entire time.
They know, and they understand.
Followed by next we did Paige Bergfield, who was a mom who lived a double life, and then followed by James Latity, who was also another double life type of a. We had a weird theme going on for a while. We had a weird theme going on for a while. That then's followed by another Jury of Drunken Opinion with John Paul Jones.
That was another one. I like that one.
And then we had the History Voyager podcast on for Drunken Jurors for the Colleen Stan episode, which was a woman held captive for over 7 years, and then one J just left her captive.
Oh.
Then followed by Albert Johnson Walker, which was an internet involved Interpol and everything like that, and a bunch of weird shit. And then we start to, this is where we get into the aspect of it's just Nick and I doing stuff because Adam's too busy and too cool for my part of our podcast, I guess. So we start Nick and I do the Black Hand Society. We go in 2 parts on that. Part 1, I think there's like a 10-minute segment where Nick and I just make fun of the U.S. Postal Service for allowing you to mail kids.
That was a solid episode. That was essentially Italian history.
Then we missed an episode between November 9th and November 23rd for reasons that you'll learn in a later episode during the life updates.
Yeah.
And then our last episode was Nick and I did an episode on secure, contain, and protect, so SCPs, which was like a little dive in, like a little bit of like giving you information about them, learning a little bit about them, but something that I think Nick and I would definitely, if it's popular and people want to learn more about, I think we would be definitely willing to deep dive into some SCPs and get more information on them and do a good show on them, on a couple of them, something that we're interested in. But that's how we wrapped up the year.
So I got some guesting tallies for us. So in 2020, we appeared on 5 episodes of podcasts as guests. We appeared twice on the Brew Party with Andy, twice on Games My Mom Found with Mike, and once on Adventures of the Albino Rhino with Matt. In 2021, we appeared on 4 episodes of podcasts, 2 episodes of Games My Mom Found, 1 episode of Brew Party, and 1 episode of a show called Life Tips. And then in 2022, does anyone want to guess how many episodes we guested on?
I want to say 8.
5.
16.
Holy shit, we fucking killed it.
You know,
So we appeared on Rico Podcast twice, Games My Mom Found twice, The History Voyager twice, Drunken Housewife Reviews twice, Drunk Conspiracies once, This Time in History once, The Dustin Bircham Show once, Danny Lies This once, The Ignorance is Strength podcast once, Earth Station 1 once, The Charles Richardson Show once, and Too Many Podcasts once.
Damn, we fucking killed it.
Yeah. In total for 2022, Jeff appeared as a guest 12 times, I appeared as a guest 9 times, and Nick appeared as a guest 9 times. And in total, Jeff has appeared on 16 episodes, I have appeared on 14, and Nick has appeared on 13.
This is why I have the medal, boys. I'm out there promoting our shit and getting to know people better. There's something really nice about guesting, though, like not having the burden of like, you're expected to kind of carry the podcast, but like you don't have to plan a fucking thing for it.
Yeah. So then our episode count. So our to date, so in our entire life as a podcast, there have been 7 Jury of Drunken Opinions, 44 drunken jurors, 40 interviews,
Jesus,
and 33 episodes of the regular podcast, with this being the 33rd episode.
Can we announce it now?
Our Bud Dwyer was the 100th episode, and our very first episode back for next year will be our 125th episode as a podcast.
So we have to take 125 shots between us.
I'm done.
Not each, between us.
Does water count?
No.
All right,
you dumb
Jeff,
bitch.
what did you want to announce?
I was gonna say, do we get to announce we're bringing back like the regular podcast?
Oh yeah. So that leads us perfectly into our new schedule. And before I get there, I have to first announce December 17th, literally this upcoming Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time, is Taskmaster the Third, starring Jeff, Nick, myself, my assistant, the drunken housewife herself, Sarah. And then we have Paul from Misfit Faction, Dan Bublitz Jr., and the third person you'll find out then, because the person that we had scheduled literally just canceled. So I've found a replacement. So you'll find out during the show who replaced him. But yeah, so I mean, we'll do a quick thing about our new schedule for next year. So as per usual, we're taking 2 weeks off for the holidays, and we'll be back January 1st with our 125th episode. And we are bringing back the podcast, and even more so, we are bringing back in-person recording. So we will have an in-person episode releasing every Wednesday at our normal time. And we will be recording each of these episodes in one fell swoop. So the whole month will be recorded at once in person, so we can get really, really drunk and have a lot of fun. And that will be released, and then the video will be released with the first episode of the month. So the video for all patrons will be released on the first Wednesday of every month with the first episode of the month. So if you're a patron, you can just go in and watch the full progression of us getting blackout drunk, or if you're an audio listener, you can just listen to it progress every Wednesday. Then all of our other stuff that we record and do will come out sporadically on Fridays, at the same time that we would release on Wednesdays.
That will be like part 2s of Drunken Jurors and shit like
that will be like well, that's any drunken juror, that's jury drunken opinion, that's our interviews, that's everything else. Everything else we do. This gives Jeff more time to do more research on his drunken jurors and gives us more freedom with recording interviews with guests. So
all this, it sounds complicated and convolute, like all fucked up, but it's for you guys. It's to give you, it's to make it a little bit easier for us, but also give you guys better quality content. Because I will be honest, the last like 4 months of Drunken Jurors has been absolute fucking garbage.
The past rough, this year was rough. We kind of like did a whole lot really fast, and then it got released spread out. So now we're trying to take a step back, less recording sessions, trying to get things out with better quality. And we're kind of doing the same thing Marvel's doing with right now, is quality over quantity. So
more of my kids, when you think of us, think Marvel.
Oh, I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah.
But Nick, do you have anything?
When have I ever?
Drew, you put so little into this goddamn podcast. Jesus fuck.
I made my jokes. I have a 3-joke limit, okay?
We've never given you a limit. You gave it to yourself, so you had to do less work.
Thanks everyone for listening to this episode. Please become a patron. Just go to our link in the description, find our Patreon, watch all of our videos. Taskmaster comes out Saturday.
And then after that, you can find it for $1 on Patreon.
Yep, and I forgot to announce it at the top of the episode, but we're sponsored now.
Yes.
Go to w.gg for all of your energy powder mix needs, and no calories, no sugar, and use code YOUH82CIT for 10% off. Thanks everyone.
Nick, do the roar. Really, for the end of the year, you give us like the most pathetic thing you've done.
There you go.
All of that cut out. That's great.